Hi everyone, it's Edna here. Welcome to my series about the Bach Preludes and Fugues from the Well-Tempered Clavier, the first book. Now we've come to Fugue number 4, and as I said in my last video on Prelude number 4, it is a very special fugue. So one of the reasons is that it has two themes. That's the first. And then the second is much more victorious in character. So they have a certain contrast between them. But I think one of the reasons that really I find this is such an incredible fugue is that the similarities between this theme and the fugue, the theme of Bach in the BACH Art of the Fugue, which is based on his name. So every note in the fugue of the Art of the Fugue is a letter from Bach's name. So B is B flat, A, C, and H in German is B natural. So that's the fugue. As you can see, it is really based, what is very significant is the fact that it is based on the semitone relation, the B flat going to the A, and the C going to the H. So this relation of semitone. And you see how similar it is to this theme of the number 4. The C sharp is going to the B sharp, and the E to the D sharp. So only the interval in the middle is different by a little bit, but not much. So a very special fugue. Now, what I want to show you is all the possibilities you can do with interpretation regarding this theme. So I used in my book a phrase of a Bach cantata, and there is an aria in which this phrase comes back a few times, and in the music and in the way the singer sings it, he always brings the intonation weight into another word of this phrase. So I'm not going to break my teeth on a German complicated phrase to show you this. I will take a very simple phrase and show you how with this intonation I can each time bring the theme to another point in the phrase, and in that way I can build the succession with variety, the succession of themes, since you've seen already all the videos that the theme of a fugue comes in all the voices. We have here a fugue in 5 voices, so it's a very important and complex fugue. So let's say that each one of these notes is a word, and I will start with a very simple phrase. Please don't judge me harshly. I will take I love chocolate. No, I say I will take I love hot chocolate. The hot is important. Now, each time now I will play with the intonation going to another place in the phrase. So I will start with going towards the I love. I love hot chocolate. And then I start with I love hot chocolate. And now I go to the hot. Love hot chocolate. That's just a bridge. And now I go to the chocolate. That's the chocolate. So you see how each time I brought the phrase to another point. And in this way, the succession was, yes, there were 4 different times, 5 even. I don't remember how many I actually got to play here. But the point is that they all made one big phrase. Now, the other aspect that I'd like to note is the fact that it continues the idea of the prelude in the sense of educating your ear to listen to dissonances. And so that happens especially, of course, when you have a lot of voices that are together. So always listen, for example, to the B, and here as well. So all these dissonances really need resolution, really need your ear, and in general, you listen better when you play not too loud. You listen better when you play not too fast. So the first thing I would probably advise to really listen and to see where you can lead your phrasing, and really listen to these dissonances and the way they interact and resolve each other. Now, another significant thing is the use of the counter subject that comes in a succession of fluid eighth notes. That's really important, because otherwise this fugue is very much based on quarters, half notes, long notes, and that makes it very vertical. So the fluidity of the eighth notes bring really the movement that you need. So in the bass. And the entrance of the second theme. From then on, it's basically always a dialogue between the second theme and the first theme, with always the counter subject fluidity of the eighth notes in between, jumping in between the voices. So my advice is that whenever you have the fluid counter subject in the bass, you play it a little bit shorter on the piano, simply because the bass has more resonance and it's louder. And so in the balance of voices, it's easily covering long notes, which in the piano don't stay long. So this was my few thoughts on Fugue number 4. You want to read more, you can go to my book and you can listen to my CD, Bach Book of Zen, which is now available and released by Audio Note Music. See you next time. Bye.